has a consequence. You might not see it now. You might see it 10 years from now, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
That a consequence. It's gonna come back around.
Indeed.
You ever made a fucking a life choice where the consequence didn't hit you till, I don't know, 9 months later? We're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like, they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. You had to what?
It's one of those movies where you just gotta like let it just play. Like, so you walk into a friend's house and they got it on, and you just catch it. But it's not a Friday night movie. It's not a Monday night movie.
Well, with that statement being made, welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarath, aka Makazi,
and your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Ford Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Well, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, you'll see that the light is like basking on me. I look lighter in this scenario or in this scene right now, and that's because it is 1 p.m.
No, it's because he caught the Holy Ghost. I'm just saying.
They said, "Let there be light," and put it on that little Asian.
He said it popped and locked it and everything. Oh man,
I'm telling you, man. Now, every time I go to the club and I see someone popping locking, I don't know if they're battling or about to get brought up in the rapture or some shit.
Look, I just keep laughing. I keep getting phone calls talking about something. I'm trying to get closer to Jesus. Should I drink or catch the Holy Ghost? I'm like, pick whichever one you want.
It depends on which liquor.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, because the drinking of the liquor might get you a little closer to Jesus, but that Sour Patch Kids bourbon that I made might be a gift from the devil.
No, that shit right there. Nah, that definitely wasn't a gift from Jesus. Say that right now.
I still, man, I've never listen. When talking about alcohol, I don't know why I said it like that, but when talking about alcohol, I ain't never had something disintegrate in my mouth.
Exactly, and it was nasty. Like the liquor itself was okay.
Yeah, but
eating the shit that dissolved into it, nah.
So I made 2 batches, and I have 1 batch still sitting here. I made that shit in May.
Must have saved that shit for Spanish Fly.
Bro, I'm about to put that shit in the fucking time capsule. Like, give it to all them chubby dudes in that movie Up. After the world goes to shit and they live in space.
You talking about not Up? That was
WALL-E.
Yeah, there you go. Shit.
WALL-E gonna dig it up and deliver it to the space station.
Hell yeah, it's this new weight loss plan,
bro. Yeah, that's got to be one of the grossest things I've ever tasted. Man, I've tasted some gross stuff, and I've liked most of them.
Ladies, pay attention.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He liked most of them.
I go fishing
in the swamp.
But yeah. This week's movie is different.
Yeah, it was very different.
It's different. I think, and just off of what you said earlier at the beginning of the podcast, I think we might have conflicting point of views on this.
Really?
Yes, sir. Okay. But before we get into the movie talk, what you drinking?
Let's see. Seeing how today we are out of order on a Saturday.
Yeah, this is the Lord's weekend.
As crazy as it sounds, I have me a cup of ice. And what's gonna go in this ice is Jack Daniels.
Oh, you drinking it on the rocks.
And yeah, I know who does that. Not me. Fuck that shit. But here's the difference. I'm actually gonna have a Mike's Hard Strawberry Lemonade with it.
Ooh, okay. See, that's my kind of drink.
That's that gay ass shit, but okay. No, I'm joking.
Listen,
it's fruity. It's a little fruity,
Yeah. No, listen. I like a nice fruity, zesty, citrusy drink because they're refreshing. Mike's Hards are refreshing.
I'm not gonna hate on them. It's a little too much sugar for me. It's just a little too much sugar. That's all for me. But
yeah, no, I'll be honest. I drink not a couple. If I drink too many of those, I'll wake up with a headache. I won't have a hangover, but I'll feel all that sugar.
Gotcha.
So Mike's Hard, and a Jack,
Jack on the Rocks. But I am gonna take a shot when we get started. I gotta do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, my drinks of choice today. Actually, not drinks, just drinks. Yeah. I
Okay,
will be
what you got?
shooting. Well, for shots, I'm coming back with some more Appalachian apple pie,
Okay,
Sugarland moonshine.
there you go.
Yeah.
You've been on there for a while now.
I put it down for a little bit. I was doing a lot more bourbons lately, but we're gonna get through this thing. Actually, I need to get some ciders, pour it in the ciders, and then let it toast it up. Because I do the fireball on cider sometimes.
Yeah.
Imagine this thing would make it taste really good. But other than that, I got these Kansas cider. So I was back home this past weekend for a race, a little charity race, and the charity race was done at Lookout Farm, which is over in Natick. Lookout Farm is actually like a brewery, cider house. They got a restaurant too. So they make their own hard ciders.
Cool.
So today I got me a Lookout farmhouse cider.
Okay, cool. No, it doesn't say what flavor it is.
Now this is just the original hard cider.
Oh, nice.
Let's start with the original. I got another one that I'll bring out next week. But for this one, we're going with the original, the OG.
There we go. Had to start from somewhere, right?
And Massachusetts, we got a lot of apple orchards. So that's one of the reasons why I like a lot of the ciders that are from Massachusetts. I mean, granted, I am a mass hole at heart, so
indeed. Aren't we both?
Yes, sir. But yeah. So let me pull this shot real quick.
Indeed, let's make it happen. Setting up shop.
Here we go. I actually figured out finally how to center my my camera and my mics and all that stuff. And it's real simple. I had this real simple way of setting it up nicely.
Just make sure it's even.
Well, yeah. So in the shelf, there's a line in the middle. So I just lined everything up with that line. As I looked, I was like, oh yeah, that line set up in the middle. Okay. But
you gotta find the center, Now that you've seen Guardians, Rise of the Guardians, what's your center?
I've never actually seen Rise of the Guardians.
Oh my God, how have I seen more cartoons than you?
Look at you. No, because you look like you're, 3 years away from death. So you're trying to hold on to that childhood.
No, I just don't forget how to have fun.
Yeah, listen, I understand how to have fun too. It's just that, not all my fun comes in the form of cartoon.
You know what?
It could be other things.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I drink and party and everything else, I got to be able to, enjoy some graham crackers and s'mores and.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's gonna be drinking Jack and watching VeggieTales. And
oh no, VeggieTales is different. That's a different level of a cartoon.
You about to go to Sunday school?
Oh God, no.
Drunk as shit, talking about singing the song. The broccoli's off the chain.
I don't even know the song. If you know it, then that says enough right there.
I don't remember. That shit.
Oh gosh.
All right. Well, with that being said, here's to the movie. This week's movie.
Nice class.
This is this was Naruto.
No, I never seen the back of it.
Yeah. Cool. I got Naruto, Sakura, Kakashi, and Sasuke.
What happened to Jethro or Rufus? No, where's the black people at? Listen,
first of all, it's a Japanese cartoon, but the main character is blonde with blue eyes. So
what?
No, so whenever
what happened to Huey or Riley, Uncle Ruckus?
See, if we had, I need to get some Boondock chocolates.
Oh shit,
that'd be dope.
It actually would.
Drinking out of an afro. The handle looks like a pick.
Hell yeah. Oh man.
All right, cheers.
Here we go.
So I find it. I don't know if you did it on purpose or if you got a gong in your house or some shit. The fuck is that? Yeah, what the hell is that?
Hey, I got some Asian persuasion over here too. Okay.
Yeah, listen.
Me and Buddha.
You and Buddha. You trying to get close to that Lord. That's why you eating so much.
He is Lord. He is Lord. He is Lord.
I see you had to have a sarong on with a belly jewel.
Oh shit! No, a belly jewel. A belly. Is it gonna be bejeweled? The belly jewel's gonna. No.
Bro, you're gonna look like a mix between a Buddha and a treasure troll.
man.
But you look like one of them treasure trolls you buy at the dollar store. Like, why that treasure troll got a beard?
Oh shit! Ran out of material.
Like a Biggie was a treasure troll.
Oh shit! Talk to me about that.
Oh, look this one. He ain't a treasure troll, but this Biggie look like a baby.
Yeah, with some shades on.
Yeah, this is what I get for ordering hip hop statues from Wish. They all look like. This isn't the Notorious B.I.G. If you're not watching, you're listening. This isn't the Notorious B.I.G. This is just a black dude in a sweater and sunglasses. That's all it is.
He got a receded hairline and everything.
Mm-hmm. His lips puckered.
It's all good.
The only one that looks right is Tupac.
Yeah.
This one. He's the only one that looks right. But
Yeah,
he don't look like the real Tupac. He look like the Tupac from the movie.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but close enough. Oh man.
Sure.
All right.
So like I was saying, I don't know if it's a coincidence or you did it on purpose, but this week you're drinking Jack on the rocks. And that's it causes a different parallel to what you normally do, likewise. Okay. Like I'm almost like you're almost like multiverse Chris.
Okay.
And that that plays into the movie this week. Why don't you tell them, since it was your choice?
Since it was my choice, the movie I picked was Parallel, Amazon Prime.
Why did you pick? I mean, obviously I know why, because it's all last minute, Chris.
Yeah, of course. The last minute is what makes everything count. Don't ever forget that. No matter how much time you prep for something, the last minute is what makes everything count. That's a message right there. I don't know how it's going to pertain to whatever, but
I don't know how good of a message it is, but it's a message.
Hey, that last 10 seconds during sex, that's when it all counts. Just saying.
That's when decisions are made. Decisions are made, right?
Do you want to be stuck with this person forever? Or do you just want one night?
All I'm saying is you better take some glucosamine and make sure your joints is ready, because you might have to put them hip flexors into work real fast.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, gosh. Yeah, this is going to be terrible.
Could you imagine pulling out and then blowing your hip? Like,
walking with a cane right after?
I know. Like, what happened to you? I was preventing the future.
It was going to be bad. I swear. Oh, man. But yeah. Okay, but yeah, the movie Parallel. Picked it as always last minute because I don't like to think about my movies. I just like to watch and be surprised.
So what was it about the cover that you saw that made you gravitate towards it?
Actually, I don't even think it was the cover. I'm trying to remember what word I typed, because I'll type a word into something I'm thinking about, whatever hits me. And
I'm trying to think of what word you could have been typing where the word parallel came up.
Hey, I'm trying to figure it out. I want to say it was parts, something like that. Had to be
parts.
Yeah.
Okay, so why was you looking up the word parts?
I don't know.
You was just about to cook. You're like, okay, I got thighs and wings and breasts. All these parts. Let me look up some parts.
Hey, parts, or I saw that lady, and I've come to learn that it don't matter what race you are, everybody wears weave, and sometimes they parts just ain't correct. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I've seen enough weaves in my day.
Look, I've witnessed it. I'm just saying.
I was watching this video. I think it was on Instagram, where this girl, she was beautiful girl. She was sitting on a couch doing an interview. She was saying something. She sounded like she was about to drop some knowledge, but in the middle, as she's talking, her weave or her wig just starts sliding off.
Oh no!
It comes off the back, and she just stops and goes, "Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!" At that point, I'm just like, "Listen, just finish the interview.
You might as well
act like nothing happened."
Man,
you see when in Dave Chappelle's Block Party when Erykah Badu was singing, she had that giant afro. Mm-hmm. And then that motherfucker fell off, and she looked like she had like a Philly fade.
Hey, That's Erica Badu, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Erica
But
Badu, she can look good no matter what. So
yeah, just it is what it is.
you said you wasn't. You said that like you wasn't gonna agree.
No, it wasn't. I was gonna agree. I was gonna say something really, really crazy, but that's Erica Badu.
Yeah, yeah,
Some women you just don't touch.
yeah. Because you'll put a hex on you, just like
Shit. You see what happened to Andre 3000 in Common? Shit, their whole rhymes changed.
I know because Andre 3000 used to dress real hood with the baggy jeans and the double XTs. Then next thing you know, he looked like he was delivering newspapers in the 1920s.
Andre Benjamin, you know what I'm saying? They done changed up shit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well,
Okay. So parallel. Like, so what was your initial thought when the cover popped up?
Actually, I really didn't have a thought. I thought honestly, I did think it was like two universes because it had like a split. The cover I remember seeing, it was like a split down the middle, at an angle rather, and it had, of course, one guy on top, one guy on the bottom. Not that this matters, but a black guy, white guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, just like a split universe. That's what it looked like. Something like something split down the middle that involved these two people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Side note, this cider tastes like some Tropicana apple juice. Actually, it's actually very good. Tropicana or Welch's? Welch's apple juice?
I would say
Tropicana is orange, but for some reason, I think that they don't have apple juice too.
Don't you live in Florida?
So I don't drink orange juice.
You just lost a lot of credibility.
I don't drink it. I moved here. wasn't born here. And plus, I live in Orlando. That's not really Florida.
Make that make sense. Make that make sense to me. You live in Orlando. That's not really Florida.
All
so
right.
is Miami not Florida?
No, Miami's kind of quintessential Florida. That's kind of like, because when you think of Florida, you think of palm trees, you think of tropical people, bathing suits, all this stuff. You come to Orlando.
That's Disney World, Universal. That's Florida too.
That should look like Riverdale Ave in Springfield. It feels like it's just very, I don't want to say generic, but very, what's the word? Commercial.
Okay. Commercial. It's a tourist spot, but
exactly.
Miami is a tourist spot too, though. But it's also drug central.
Yes, but do you think that is Vegas Nevada or is Vegas Vegas?
You know what? I don't know shit else about Nevada but Vegas.
Exactly. So Vegas is Vegas. Nevada is a giant desert with like nothing. Like that's hills have eyes country. But then you got Vegas where they got strippers and a fake, fucking Eiffel Tower.
And a good buffet?
Yeah, a lot of good buffets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, okay, so the one thing I thought about when I heard the name Parallel, when you brought it up, and maybe it's just me, and I watch a lot of sci-fi movies, but like when you hear the word parallel, automatically you're like, okay, parallel universes, parallel whatever, like, okay, two storylines or something going alongside each other with like, different, intricacies to each to differentiate them. And, this pretty much is exactly that.
Okay.
So it didn't really reinvent the wheel.
No.
But, with that being said, did you like the movie?
No. You know me, I got to give a straight yes or no. And I had to say no on this one.
I explained that.
I felt disappointed. Like I felt let down. And the reason why I'll say that is because the opening scene to me was like hook, sink, you know what I'm saying? Just to how it all happened. Because in the opening scene, obviously, viewers and listeners, if you watch the movie, she goes downstairs. The lady's in bed with her husband. It's bedtime. She goes downstairs to feed the dog. No, yeah, because the dog's barking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And and the husband says he must want his second dinner. And she's like, I'll do it, no problem. He goes downstairs. And you see the mirror image of looking like somebody's in the house.
Yep.
And then the mirror image, of course, she ends up getting shot. But then when the person takes the mask off, it's her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, okay. And she walks upstairs, gets in the bed like nothing ever happened. So at that moment, I'm like, this is going to be interesting. and it didn't keep that interesting factor for me after that moment. That's why I have to say though.
I will say when the movie started, I was getting psychological thriller vibes.
Okay.
But by the look of the movie, I was getting psychological thriller if it was made on
iPhone Pro.
Yeah, or like WB Network or Lifetime. It felt like a made for TV movie.
Yeah, definitely.
But before we even get into, her killing herself or doing whatever to herself, because she, and then going back upstairs and laying with the husband, we got to talk about some of the shit that happened in this.
In that opening scene?
Yes, because this is the reason why I initially watched it, because I actually liked the movie.
Okay.
I actually thought the movie started off kind of weak and got better as it went.
Really?
And let me tell you why.
I'm listening.
Right, first of all, okay, this lady walked downstairs to feed her dog. And she gets some dog food and she walks over to the dog bowl and sees that it's full, and she don't flinch. She don't say nothing. Okay, she doesn't. It doesn't strike. It doesn't. She doesn't wonder why he's making noises if his dog bowl is full. Whatever. Secondly, she pours more food into his bowl.
Yeah.
Who the hell goes and gets a scoop of dog food and only drops in like 3 kibbles? That's all it was.
I noticed that too. But
I was like, what the hell is going on? First of all, she ain't flinched because his dog ain't even moving. His dog bowl is full, and she willingly dumps in a couple of little kibbles. Like, who the fuck just gets that little bit? And then, again, you see the reflection in the background. Okay, spoilers already. I don't give.
Yeah, definitely. This is what we do.
Yeah. Okay, so you see the reflection in the background, and the lady kills her.
Looks like a Jabberwocky.
Yeah.
It does.
It did. She got killed her. She was like, "Bow, yeah." Like,
it's a little. Oh man!
She killed her. Listen, she killed her lookalike. Switched clothes with her. Put her in the trunk of her car. Went back upstairs, and the husband just laying in bed like, "Hey, he ain't even asked where the hell his wife been this entire time."
Wait. I missed the whole part about the trunk in the car, or her being put in the trunk.
Yeah, she goes. After she kills her, she takes off the mask. Then it goes into a thing where she's loading a body into the back of the trunk of the car. She closes it. She looks back, and then it goes up. And then the next scene is she's up in the bedroom.
Okay, there you go. You're right. Remember it now.
And I was sitting there like, how long was she gone? That the husband just sitting here reading his newspaper. That motherfucker a slow ass reader.
It's slow and stupid.
I know. Yeah, hooked on phonics.
Man.
But I was just sitting there like that. Those little inconsistencies in my head. I was like, who the hell? When they was making this thing, I think they wrote it, but they didn't think it through.
Nah, because after watching the movie, it could have been done differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of things like I think if you took this story and you sat down with it for an extra few weeks, then you can really flesh out like, okay, these are the parts where it might not make sense, or it might like just look out so that people can, it might pull people out of the story. Like that almost pulled me out of the story. But like as it went going, I started getting into it. Because I mean, once the story started going, first of all, I was like, what the hell that have to do with this group of people?
True.
All right, so for those who haven't seen the movie, the basic premise of this movie is we got a group of individuals who all live together, and they're trying to start their own app. I
would say interns maybe.
Not necessarily interns, but it looks like they're like it's like a startup company.
Yeah, and like so they just graduated college and they're trying to.
Yeah, they got this app that they're trying to get off the ground, and they're trying to get funding from some company. So they're gonna, they're trying to go and they're trying to make a pitch about how to, if they want to buy that app. It's like a parking meter app or some shit.
I think so.
And then the company is like, yeah, well, we liked it, but you're saying it's gonna take a couple of weeks to build this thing out, and we got a guy who says he can have it done by Thursday. And so they go over there and try to fuck him up.
Well, because the guy was part of their team back in the day, and if
Yeah.
I remember the storyline, they cut him out. Am I right?
I think so. Yeah. No, well, no, I don't know if they cut him out, but they said that if this works, they were gonna hire him to help them with it. And I guess he was just like, why am I gonna get hired by these people? Like, I could do this myself. So
Gotcha.
Took the initiative. I mean, who would you consider him like a Judas?
No, I consider him a realist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I feel like he's an opportunist, right?
I mean, shit. I mean, I can actually give an example of a situation like that. You ever help somebody get somewhere, and then when you help them, they turn around and ask you, "Hey, you want to come work for me?" And you're like, "Hey, motherfucker, don't you know you are where you are because of me?"
Well, I got it. I don't know if that's a good example.
No, I mean, because when, like you said, that like the whole situation, if I can do it myself, I don't need you.
Yeah.
I would rather do it with you because it'll be fun. We both can eat and eat well.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna make me feel like I'm working for you, then nah, because I'm the brains behind the shit.
Yeah.
It's
almost like one of those situations where I'm like, yeah. I know where we can go and dig up some gold. I just need to borrow your car. I need to borrow your tools, and I need to use your phone to follow the GPS directions to get there. And I know you already know where it's at, but we can go do this together. It's like, well, why do I need you to go with me if I already know everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So I don't blame the dude. I mean, he looked like Ed Sheeran too.
Yeah, he did. Oh gosh.
But yeah.
Oh man.
So I mean, the shit falls through on the store on the app. They're trying to figure. Okay, now they're trying to figure out where to go in life. Like, how would you feel in that situation if you're pouring all your efforts into something, and then through no fault of your own, it's the opportunity gets like kind of taken from you? Like, how do you react in that situation?
I mean, shit. You definitely feel upset. You might even feel betrayed. Because this is the way I look at it. If you start something with somebody that you actually care about, you know what I'm saying, or care about enough to have an agreement where say, hey, we're gonna do this or whatever, and then you're putting in the legwork, the groundwork, whatever, and then it gets taken from you, and the other person still is sitting good, but you're like, wait a minute, I thought we was in this together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it makes you look at that person like, yo, were you behind this? Like, did you have an ulterior motive? And even if they didn't, the fact that they didn't have your back when everything got switched up, it's like, how do you take that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's weird because like I feel like that happens a lot in business. You get people who go into business with friends, and all of a sudden things start building up, start going nice, and one person feels like, okay, I've done more than this person, so now I'm gonna go get my piece of the pie. Or I'm going to do this, like, and they start making moves on the side, and next thing you know, like it dissolves a friendship over essentially money.
It did.
But at the same time, it might not just be money. It might be, what is it? It might be generational wealth if this idea is actually, big.
Okay.
So do you fault the person for taking this opportunity to be like, I might be able to establish some generational wealth for my family by taking this motherfucking idea from this guy?
Fuck yeah, I fault him.
I mean, no, I might think he's a piece of shit.
Look, let's look at me and you for instance. And I'm not going to go into details, but you and I both know how this podcast started.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We know who had dreams, who had ideas, or who made shit happen. We know that. We ain't gotta say it. Now, if we happen to get seen by somebody or whatever, and be like, look, I like what you do, whatever, but I want to take you and not your partner.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put it on me. If somebody came to me and was like, look, I see what you're doing, I like what you're doing, and I want to take you and do something different, but your partner can't come. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, okay, that could work. But no, because I gotta live with the fact that I can never look at you again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like either you take us both or don't take none of us. That's what it's gonna be. Because no matter who, and I both know this, no matter whose idea it was, no matter who put up the money, who did what, we did it together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you want to choose one of us, no, because I know where it came from. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. Listen,
Okay.
I understand exactly what you're saying, and that's
Okay.
to me, that's a moral conundrum because that's
Yeah.
me and you as people. That's not something that sits right with us. That'll never sit right with us.
No, hell no.
Which I understand. What I'm saying is, when someone does do that, I understand the mentality. So I don't fault him for doing it because I understand the mentality. I just think he's a piece of shit for doing it. I'll never trust him again. And if I get a chance to blow up his company, I will. All I'm saying is,
so you fault them.
No. All I'm saying is, I understand. I don't like it, but I understand. Remember what Chris Rock said? I'm not saying you should have did it. I'm just saying I understand. It's one of those things where it's like, if you want to be honest about a situation, you can't look at a situation where someone has the opportunity to come into, again, like I said, generational wealth. And then if they decide to screw over all their partners in order to attain that, like, I understand that mentality. It doesn't sit right with me. I'd never trust them. I'd never go into business with them, but I can understand why someone would do that. So I don't look at them as, I don't look at them as, to me, that's not a bad business decision. That's a fucked up business decision, but it's not bad. But it's not a bad business decision. Because if he's done enough work on his own, and he can actually uphold his end, maybe he can take it and do this.
Maybe he could, but it wasn't just his idea from the get-go. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Even if he did 80% of the work, let's just say 99.9%.
Yep.
That 1% could have made that little 0.1% could have made all the difference of what got the business going in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
You don't shit on the people that helped you do it. That's just what it is.
Exactly. You believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. Not everybody believes that. And if that person makes that decision, all I'm saying is, I get it. Just know that, you don't start your car too quickly when you leave this building today because, shit might blow up. And then when that happens, you better understand how I feel. That's all I'm saying.
Look, that ain't shit. Now that's where we differ. I'm taking it to your face. I'm gonna do like DMX.
No, because all I'm saying is it's not. What I'm saying is not indicative of what you or I would do. It's just what I'm saying is when that situation pops up, I can understand a person's motives. Not saying I agree with it. Not saying I would do it myself. Yeah. I can look at that situation, but yeah, I can see how someone would do that. That's all I'm saying. I can see how someone make that decision.
Okay, and the only way I can see how someone make that decision is if they make that decision and they do it in silence, but it comes back around full circle to benefit everybody. If you do it in silence and it only benefits you, you're a piece of shit. But if you move in silence because you see something different from everybody else and nobody's on your team, but this move is gonna make everybody go from eating fucking Longhorn Steakhouse to Michael Jordan Steakhouse, then and you do it,
yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? I don't agree with what you did, but I understand what you did now because we're all sitting better. Okay, not just you.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, you're looking at it as in a sense that like, what is that outcome? Who does that outcome benefit? Whether it's a good decision or a bad decision. What I'm saying is, I'm not thinking of it as a good decision or a bad decision. I'm thinking of it as, okay, this is a business decision. That's it.
And see, and business ain't always good.
Exactly. But that's business. So I'm not saying I would do it, because I would never do that. That's not my character.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, yeah, it happens all the time in business, and I get why it happens in business.
Because people get fucking greedy.
Exactly.
That's my opinion.
Exactly. I'm not saying you're gonna do it. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm like, I don't think they should do it either. I would never do that. But when someone does it, yeah, you're greedy and you had a chance to get 80% of the pie. I get it. I get why you did it. Just know that, I'm about to fuck you up. That's it. Plain and simple. Yeah. Plain and simple.
You know what? Maybe my brain's working a little slow, but I really think we're saying the same shit. We're just looking at it differently.
No, we are. We are. I think the way you're looking at it is you're looking at it in a sense of, all right, it only works out depending on what the outcome is. And to me, it's not about the outcome. It's about the decision. It's not about who it benefits in the end. It's how do I understand why that person made that decision in the first place? That's all. So, with that being said, okay, so these guys, so that actually pours into the movie because all of a sudden,
that was a movie, but keep going.
yeah, well, all of a sudden, you know, these people they come across this mirror,
Yeah.
a mirror in a house, and like this mirror ends up being a portal into different universes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was cool because when they all of a sudden they started exploring it, they weren't just jumping into another universe and then running around willy-nilly. Like they were actually going in, doing some research, coming back, writing shit down. Like, okay, this is how it works.
Mm-hmm.
This is how this. I thought that shit was dope. Like when they're actually going and analyzing.
Yeah. Because my question was, and maybe I missed it, when they jumped in the mirror, were they jumping into different universes or an alternate universe of, you know, just different things? No. I mean, like instead of jumping, like, let's just say every time you jump to the mirror, it was a different universe. Did they constantly jump into the same universe?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Or was it different universes that they were jumping into every time they went through the mirror? Because they had the camera to check out the rooms in the house to see how to move once they got in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Because they said like if you jumped into the mirror and I jumped into the mirror at different times, we went to different universes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And like the only way to go into the same universe is if you jumped in together.
Okay.
So I mean, but I don't know if like if I jumped into one universe, came back, and then jumped in again, I would go back to that same universe I was at before. Maybe I don't think they fleshed that part out that much. Like I don't think they made it, you know,
Okay.
obvious or not. What kind of if you saw an alternate version of you, what's the one change in your
Okay.
It's the loose wire.
Okay.
Right, so before we keep going, just know that I just landed from the plane maybe about an hour and a half ago.
Mm.
And even though it's early morning, I might have partook in a, you know, I was doing some clip making and some editing on the plane.
While drinking.
I was partaking in Chris Breezy's old best friend, the other best friend, you know, Jacques Daniel.
Yeah. Jacques Daniel. I like that. Jacques Daniel.
Give me you should go to the bar. Give me some of that Jacques.
Jacques Daniel. Wait, what? Where you from?
What country are you from, sir?
Wait, shit, I'm from Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
What was I saying?
Well, first before your wire broke apart. Oh gosh. You know what? What were we talking about? We were talking about.
I said, if you jumped into an alternate universe, an alternate version of you, what's the one thing of your personal, like the just you right there that you would want changed, or you would hope would be changed?
That hope would be changed. You know what's so crazy?
Yeah,
I would actually hope to see me with like pure. And the reason I say pure.
What the fuck you mean by that?
No, hold on. Hear me out.
This is real. You about to cross the line right here, brother?
No, I ain't crossing shit. Because I came across a picture a little while back with no tattoos, you know, clean cut, whatever. Before life got to me, you know what I'm saying?
Probably still a dirty dude. You just
no, exactly. I've never changed who I am, but my appearance always has. You know what I'm saying? So if I could step into a different alternate universe and see me, I'd like to see me at the same age I am now. You know, same life situations, but no scars.
Okay.
And see how
emotional and physical, or just physical?
Both. No scars. Just clean. You know, no tattoos, no piercings. You know what I'm saying? Not looking like who the fuck did it? Why? Cause I get my shit done. You know what I'm saying? So.
God damn it, pull this cap off.
Look, my shit is fucked up right now. But no, with that being said, that's a real answer for me. If I could step into a universe and see me, I'd like to see me pure. Same mental, same attitude, but just the outside appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Same mental, same attitude, no tattoos,
no piercings.
Yeah, no piercings. regular hairline. You know,
I can do it now. Oh man. Oh man.
now you know what? If I stepped into an alternate universe, and I stepped in and I saw another me, if there was one thing I could change,
Your height.
God damn it.
For y'all that can't see this, he's contemplating life right now.
You want to know I'm contemplating life? Because I want to say fuck you.
Say that shit.
No, because I want to say fuck you, but I also want to say, God damn it, this guy knows me too well. Listen,
Oh man,
I got 5-6 problems. You ain't. I need a step stool to reach the top shelf in my closet. All right.
You needed to, look, according to a couple podcasts ago, you needed to reach Naomi Campbell too.
I just want to kiss Naomi Campbell on the forehead and not have to fucking go to Home Depot first.
Oh man, I hope she hears that. Hope you get that wish one day.
Bro, I'm like, hey, you got some modeling money. How about we invest in shoes with stilts?
Something is wrong with us. Oh man,
This is what happens when it's 1, 2 in the afternoon.
and we're doing day drinking because I was drinking while cleaning my house. I actually
Bro.
got to clean today.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But no, like sometimes I think about that. Sometimes I wonder what a different me would be like. One who grew up and went through his hoary stage. One who didn't give a fuck and got into a lot of trouble when he was younger. Because I was, for lack of a better term, a prude growing up. I didn't get into a lot of trouble. I didn't really do much of anything. I played it pretty safe. So I wonder what someone would be like what I would be like if I grew up with that fuck it. I don't know. I couldn't see myself like that. I'll be honest with you. I have a lot of fuck it now, but that's just come from years of dealing with people and their bullshit and realizing like, hey man, like the only person that can protect you is you. So fuck it, protect you.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. I just sometimes I wonder if someone grew up with that fuck it, what kind of adult would I be? I don't know. Anyways,
that's an interesting question.
Yeah, I mean, because that's to me that's a very real question. Just because I know there's a lot of people out there who live with regrets, and sometimes the decisions they made in their life, they look at it and they're like, I wonder what life would be like if I hadn't made that decision. If I hadn't gotten in trouble when I was in my teens, if I hadn't gone to jail 2 times, and now I live, imagine someone who lives super conservative now because they were such a shithead when they were younger that they're 1 strike away from going away for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
You ask yourself, did it take those 2 strikes for me to finally get my shit together? Or am I just living carefully now because I'm deathly afraid of that 3rd strike? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, all right, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess back to the movie.
So these guys, I mean, they're jumping in these universes. They're starting to analyze the intricacies of it, and they start to realize, like, 1, there's a time difference.
Indeed.
Time in another unit. For some reason, time in an alternate universe is slower or quicker, much quicker than the time is in their normal universe. Which begs the question: if you're from that alternate universe, are you jumping into a time? If you jumped into their timeline, would time go slower? Because it felt like every universe they jumped into, that time went quicker than their own timeline.
Did it go quicker? Or did it go slower? I want to say it went slower.
No, it went quicker because they could get like a week's worth of work done in a couple hours.
In the portal.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, it felt like every universe they jumped into, that's what it was like.
So the universe went slower than their regular lifetime.
No. The other universes went quicker than their regular lifetime. So my question is, if one of them from the other universe jumped into their timeline, would they be jumping into a slower timeline? I don't know.
No, it's kind of interesting because with that concept being said, if you look at the last Spider-Man, The movie was it not
No Way
Elysium?
Home.
No. Yeah, that and the movie with Matthew McConaughey. I can't think of it.
Oh,
It
Interstellar.
yeah, there you go. And anytime they jump into a different time zone, I feel like they all have the same concept, where one moves slower, one moves faster.
Well, in Interstellar, it was the concept of gravity and the whole idea that the if you have your center of gravity, your equator, and the
Mhm.
further away you get from it, the slower time go, or the quicker time goes. I think. Yeah, the quicker time.
I thought it went slower because they was in what the portal for like 7 minutes, and when it came up, 23 years had passed.
No, but so I think it was slower because, or quicker because when they were in the spaceship, it was going at a certain speed, and then when Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway
Mhm.
went down into the water planet and they tried to get the thing back, they were the same thing. But then when they came back, it was like 22 years later,
Yeah,
and brother had gray hairs at that time.
yeah.
So I think it has something to do with gravity and the idea that when you say, if you look at a record player, in order for, if you put a point on the end and a point in the middle, for it to, when it goes around in a circle,
Hmm.
they both reach the same points at the same time.
Mm.
But the point on the edge has to go considerably quicker because it's got a longer distance to go to get back to that same point than the one in the middle. But they always end up at the same time. So that's the idea, is that your time's going quicker because
Gotcha.
it's longer. It's a farther distance.
Okay, interesting. And
Yeah,
just think, we ain't even go to Harvard for that.
I know. I went Central High School.
Hey, fair enough.
Physics class, Central High School.
Man.
Yeah. So the reason why becomes, integral to the story is because these guys realize they can go into the portal or into the mirror, and they can get their app built in the time needed to get ahead of homeboy, the Ed Sheeran, and they can get their business.
Yeah.
But then that starts them on this spiral of just taking advantage.
Being greedy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, again, I understand those choices.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're good choices, and I wouldn't have done them. But I can understand someone all of a sudden stepping into a universe and being like, I can use this to my advantage to make my life now, 100 times easier.
Mm-hmm.
The question is like, they were doing it and they were ignoring the consequences that come with it.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I think a lot of people forget is every choice you fucking make has a consequence. You might not see it now. You might see it 10 years from now, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
That a consequence. It's gonna come back around.
Indeed.
You ever made a fucking a life choice where the consequence didn't hit you till, I don't know, 9 months later?
You know what's funny? That actually didn't happen. It happened, but not like that. So I can't use that scenario as a scenario. He said, I don't know. 9 months later, you asshole. Oh man.
The only reason I said that is because, like, not necessarily you, but I think that's like
The most life-changing decision that people make.
To me, that's a real world example of something like this. Making this decision now that you just don't think about it, and then the consequences come 9 months later.
I want to say this. I'm not going to say, I know if I think about it, I can actually find something that I've done. But I remember being in 10th grade and one of the guys in my church, I had a question because I was going back and forth if I wanted to
Catch the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, definitely that. I was like, no, I didn't have the back and forth about that. I wanted the wine. I was like, I need the wine. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thirsty today, Lord. Just bless me with a little shake.
Oh my God, this is fucking terrible.
I swear to God, bro. I'm gonna get to the pearly gates. The motherfucker is gonna boot me out.
You gonna make it there?
I'm about to come back as a koi fish.
Oh shit, they gonna have had the guards waiting for you way before the gate said, nah, we waiting for you.
I know.
You don't belong here.
If you don't take your ignorant little Asian ass out of here,
Yeah.
where you
Oh
want me to
man.
go? The swamp. Go to the swamp.
You're gonna be the new swamp thing. Shit. But no, I can't remember. I remember asking a question and I was like, I'm going back and forth because I want to play sports, but I also know that I need to work because my house needed help. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he said this. He said, hey, once you graduate, you got the rest of your life to work. Play sports and enjoy it. And he said, don't ever make an emotional, life-changing decision on a temporary situation. He said, because you're gonna be in high school forever.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me. So I can't say that I've never actually never made a decision that was life-changing for a temporary situation. Because I'm pretty sure I have. But that's one thing I remember hearing. And at that moment I decided I tried to change up how I made decisions after that.
Yeah.
Like don't make a life-changing decision for a temporary situation.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I mean, it's like this. It's like you know, there's this movie called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And when in the movie, like his father passed away, and he feels like his family needs help. So he takes all his dreams and then just pushes it all to the side. He's like, yo, I'm the man of the house now. I got to go, work for my family. And it in turn turned into like 20 years of just, not necessarily turmoil, but just, just living, but not living, and, the consequences of didn't hit him until all of a sudden those choices were being taken away from him when his company was shutting down.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I ever did anything like that.
Made a I guess a life change decision.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I think I told this story before, but it's when I decided not to take that trip back to Cambodia with my parents when I was a teenager. When they wanted to go, and I decided I didn't want to because I was being a rebellious, an emotional, rebellious teen, and I was more caught up in my own feelings than the reasons of why my parents wanted to take me back to Cambodia. Now I'm never gonna get a chance to see my grandparents. I will never get a chance to until I die. Hopefully they let me in. Lord, hopefully you let me into heaven. But maybe then I'll see them then. But it's one of the things where, again, that's a consequence I'll have to deal with when I get up there. Terry Crews gonna be like, you sir, I don't know if I should let you in.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Terry Crews, man. Yeah, I can't let that go either. You said the Holy Ghost gonna be some jack dude like Terry Crews popping and locking.
Well, because it's the thing. So, all right. So when they make movies, comedy movies, I haven't seen a serious one yet. But when they make comedy movies, who's been the perfect choice for God in a good amount of movies?
The perfect choice for God?
Yeah, the perfect choice to play God in a few movies. Because I feel like Terry Crews could play the Holy Ghost in a bunch of movies.
Oh, yeah, when you said it, it actually made sense. Like I was like, that'd be funny.
Yeah. So who have you noticed who plays God in a lot of movies?
Morgan Freeman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe Terry Crews is just made to be the Holy Ghost. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I'm gonna typecast that motherfucker as the Holy Ghost.
Oh gosh. His agent's gonna reach out to you. Like, stop using his name.
Why is everybody, whenever they type in Holy Ghost, Terry Crews and White Chicks comes up?
Oh man.
Every time you type in Holy Ghost and you hit into Spotify, all you hear is dun, 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 and I need you, dun, 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 and I miss you.
Oh God. Don't ever do that again. Oh man.
Okay, so they start taking advantage of this mirror and using it to their advantage. One dude, he tries to be like the new Elon Musk, and he's going out there and like looking up, I guess, all these, like, he goes in there, he finds all these famous what do you call it? Like technological people, just smart people, and then he starts stealing their ideas,
Yeah.
passing them off as their. So essentially, he's going and like taking stuff that's invented years later,
It brings it back to his world.
and then saying he's the one inventing it.
Yeah.
Right. Which that's Back to the Future all over again. You know, you go there with the knowledge of the sports. You can go back and just bet on the sports.
Yeah.
Would you ever do that? What's your first invention? What's the first invention you go forward looking for so that you can bring back?
My first invention, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah.
You know what? Off my own personal brain, I can't think of something, but I'd go and find something that has been modified over and over again that came from something so simple, and instill that. Like, for instance, the wheel. You can't reinvent the wheel. It's been invented. Everybody knows what it does. All they did was change from being a rock to some wood to some leather to some air, add some rims to it, but the concept never changed.
Yeah.
So I would find something of a basic concept that I actually know about from my world, my time, that has escalated to God knows when, and bring that back like it's mine. You know what I'm saying?
I think I like it. I like your idea.
Yeah, I'd have to find because it can't. It's like a graveyard. It's never gonna go out of business.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I have to find something. Okay.
Here's my thing though. It might like. Okay, so you're essentially getting a new version of the wheel.
Yeah, but it's still the wheel.
Yeah, but it might be too new for people now. For instance, the electric car, because you remember the electric car came out years ago, like not in the 90s. I remember it clear as day. Because there's a documentary called "What Happened to the Electric Car" or some shit like that, where someone invented the electric car, and like George Clooney and all these people were going crazy over it. Then all of a sudden, 2 years later, them shits was gone. And I think there's a fucking landfill or somewhere, junkyard in California somewhere, where they have all these fucking electric cars. And I think I didn't watch a documentary, but I think supposedly like the oil industry went in there and like kind of disrupted it and like stopped it all. The whole idea being, if all of a sudden you got rid of the oil industry for cars, for engines, you're not only disrupting the oil industry, but now like catalytic converters and all these other things that also work with using oil. Now you're disrupting those industries at the same time for the car.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that might be too new. I'd go and try to find whoever invents the whole something to have a drink without getting a hangover. And I'll bring that shit here. Because to me, and a good invention is just solving a problem that needs solving. And that's one thing that people always complain about. I want to drink a lot, but I don't want the hangover. I don't know what that invention is.
Just not drinking shit.
I don't know. Maybe it goes in the mouth, gives you the buzz, and then out the ass real fast, and then
you're drinking and shitting on that long. Who wants to do that?
I don't know.
One night stands won't happen anymore. Wait, baby, hold on. I gotta wash my ass.
Everybody walking around, like when babies get the full diaper.
I was gonna say we're in Pampers and shit. It's like it's terrible. Oh God.
Baby, hold up. I'm leaking.
No. Oh God, no. Yeah, that's not good.
All right, so he did that. Okay, but even not that. Okay, what about a cream that can stop tattoos from hurting?
Cream that can stop tattoos from hurting?
Yeah, because like when people get tattoos, it's people's pain tolerance is different. Tattoos haven't bothered me yet, but if you can get a cream, because there's numbing creams out there, but them shits don't work. I'm sorry, they just don't.
I mean, shit, you get a tattoo for the pain, in my opinion. Yeah. You have to know you want the pain so you can enjoy the pleasure.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, if you can come up with a cream where they go, all right, there is no pain whatsoever. Like if you could get a tattoo removal with no pain.
Oh, okay, a tattoo removal. That's
another thing too. I mean, didn't fucking what's his name? Didn't Pharrell get some shit like that?
Yeah.
Pharrell got like new skin put on him and shit like that.
Yeah.
Did you hear another ghost?
Nah, I think somebody just pulled up. I heard a motorcycle.
Who the hell visiting you on a motorcycle?
Yeah. If it is who I think it is, the person that helped me when I got bit by the rattlesnake.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Like he's like, remember when you got bit by that rattlesnake and I told you you was gonna owe me?
Oh,
He's gonna
man.
pull out the Jergens and be like, all right, here we go.
Hell yeah.
You
Shit.
didn't hear what I just said?
Yeah, I heard what you said, but I'm not paying attention to it.
All right, so
Look,
the girl,
according to my brother, Jergens is for jerking. Motherfucker came in my room and grabbed the bottle and said, "You got Jergens? Jergens is for jerking," and just took off. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like he has
But
no shame.
it's funny is like I wonder when you say that, I wonder like what's the percentage of people who buy Jergens? Single men versus married men versus women?
I don't
Right?
fucking know.
I don't know. Maybe they do those kind of studies. They might.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like okay. That's then when you if you do those kind of studies, then you're like, okay, we got to make a new formula. It's a little more slick. Washes off real fast, leaves no residue.
Who thinks about this stuff?
Inventors.
And you.
This is what inventors do. I, sir, am I'm a dreamer.
Are you guys listening to this shit? Oh my god. Okay.
I'm inventing that new lotion. That new lotion. It's gonna be called "Come Get Some."
Really? come get. Oh gosh. Oh.
It's CUMGITSUM. Come get some.
That's not gonna sell.
It is because when the logo is gonna look like a tic-tac-toe board, but it's gonna say "Come get some."
What the fuck? Okay, my brain. Okay, yeah. All right. Oh man,
I have no idea where all this is coming from.
No, me either. Like,
I am not going to remember this in 10 minutes.
yeah, it's been a long morning already.
All right. So the next, the other part of the group, there was this girl who was an artist,
Mm-hmm.
and
she's an artist.
Artist. I say it because I gotta say it with a little respect. As an artist myself, you gotta pronounce all the letters.
She's an artist.
Artiste.
She's an artist.
No, she's an artiste. That's how That's how. Yeah. But anyways, so she had like some paintings, some watercolor paintings that she did earlier, and the black dude was like, you should have. I remember going to your gallery, but she just never. I would say she was probably like what, lacking confidence in her art.
Lacking confidence, and I don't think her artwork got noticed. Her original artwork.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think I don't think it got noticed the way she wanted it to get noticed, because the black dude noticed it. Because he said, I think he held on to it. He held on like the flyer or something.
Yeah, the original flyer. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think in her mind, if it didn't get noticed by the conglomerate or the big art world, she wasn't successful. So she kind of scrapped her dreams of being an artist. But now she realized, I can go into these other universes, go look at go find some successful art and just steal
it. Yep.
Yeah, all the right. Now there is a quote, not in the movie, but a real quote. It says, "Good artists create, great artists steal."
You stole that from fucking I don't know where it came from, but I know the movie I heard it in.
No, but it's an actual quote. It's an actual real quote.
It is?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, because the first time I heard that was in Soul Man with Bernie Mac and Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
And Avion Crockett stole their bass line, and he said, what'd he say?
Good artists create, great
artists steal.
Yeah. because okay, so and it's not even stealing. There was this I forget. I want to say I was watching like something on MTV, and they were doing. Then they were talking about Sean John.
Mhm.
It was either Sean John or like Foxy Brown or something, and they were talking about making fur coats, and she
Okay.
wanted to make these like chinchilla coats, and she wanted to do all this like original stuff on it. And I forget who said it, but they were like, like, oh, that's a cool idea and all, but if you want to make some money, you you just look at the trends that are going right now, and you make your own version of what's going hot right now.
Mm.
Don't try to you don't try to create the new trend. You just make money off of creating a hot version of what's hot right now.
Mm.
Essentially like that. I want to say it was Puffy and like Sean John, but
That actually makes sense. I can see that happening.
yeah, because I mean, there's this thing called fast fashion, and fast fashion is like whatever's hot right now, they fucking flood the market with cheap versions of that. You make as much money as you can while that trend is hot,
Mhm.
and then after that trend is done, boom, on to the next one. That's why you get stores like Forever 21. You
I
know?
mean, but it makes sense because if you look at the music industry, they look at the music.
Yeah.
So
45
much
years.
shit, so much shit sounds the same because they're using what's hot. They just
Yeah.
make it a little hotter.
Yeah. Every beat sounds the same. All of a
Mhm.
sudden, like look at R&B. R&B sounded a certain way, then all of a sudden it started becoming a little more house sounding or techno sounding.
Mhm.
I'm not techno, electro sounding. And then next thing you know, all the R&B music started sounding like pop music.
Yeah.
Right. I was listening to some 112 and some Jagged Edge. I had a friend of mine send me some Jagged Edge shit, and I was like, "Damn, like R&B music don't sound the same no more."
No, hell no, don't sound the same. Hell no.
I had a friend listening to Boys to Men the other day, and I was just playing like their greatest hits.
Mhm.
Not the greatest, the 2 album when that did the Roman
Yeah.
numeral 2 on it.
Yeah.
The one that had like I'll Make Love to You and One Sweet Day and all that shit.
Yeah.
I was listening to it, and I'm like, God damn, like they don't make music like this no more.
No. That's why Boys to Men can't be in the verses. Ain't no group gonna beat them.
Well, I mean, it's not that they're not going to beat them, because
Okay.
versus is a very 2022 thing.
Okay.
Question is, how many individuals in 2022 are going to be familiar with Boys to Men when they're playing in the crowd?
When they walked in, everyone saw their mama's legs in the air.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But if you're going to, if I'm putting it into a club or a stage setting, who's paying the tickets to go to watch their verses? Willie down the street ain't paying to go watch the verses.
Okay.
So when you get that live crowd, it's gonna be like a lot of. If you put Boyz II Men up against Usher, it's gonna be a lot more people who are just familiar with Usher's music versus Boyz II Men's music. So they're gonna pop for the Usher.
They might, but they gonna.
Listen, man.
That's like putting Boyz II Men against Luther Vandross.
No. But here's the thing: so that's actually a better versus.
Okay.
That's a better versus.
Okay.
Because the people who are listening to Luther, I feel like are also listening to Boyz II Men. So you're gonna get an objective review of like, okay, which song do I like better? But if you put up Drake next to Busta Rhymes,
fuck no.
It's gonna
keep going.
Listen, I like Busta Rhymes better, but there's more people nowadays are more familiar with Drake's music that it might just be a familiarity thing. I remember that song, so that's why I'm dancing to it. That's all. No,
I feel like it's Gladiator. Win the crowd, you win the match.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But depending on what kind of crowd you got. If you got a crowd full of 20-year-olds, they ain't popping for Naughty by Nature. They don't know some good Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay, fair enough. Because with that being said, I remember when I went to a concert with The Weeknd, and I only knew like 2 of his songs.
Yep.
And I want to go just because I want to go. And by the end of that concert, I knew all his songs.
Okay.
Because he put on such a good show. I was like, yo, this dude got some music. You know what I'm saying? So
but let me ask you a question. If you had The Weeknd playing right now, and then you had I don't know who is a hot R&B artist from our time.
Right now.
No, from our time.
From our time?
From our high school era. 112.
Okay.
If you had both of them playing at the same time, you'd probably be going more for 112 just off GP. Like that's the music I remember. I have that nostalgia factor.
Mm.
So you're not going to get that same.
But 112 would have won the crowd.
Yeah, but it's not. But I'm talking about winning you over.
Yeah. No, I get that, but they definitely won me over. It's my era.
Yeah.
But looking at like the crowd performance and everything else, like, and I think even though we're going way off topic here, I think that's why Busta Rhymes is so Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is going to win the crowd every time.
I don't know if he's going to win the crowd every time.
Like, who's going to take it from him?
You listen. If you put in 2022,
yeah,
if you put Busta Rhymes and you put, I'm gonna say it, you put the baby.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not saying who's the better performer. I'm not saying who I like better. Mm-hmm. I'm saying the crowd that will be in the club that day might be more familiar with the baby's music than Busta Rhymes' music.
Look, and even if they are, Busta Rhymes is still going to win the crowd.
How do you know that?
Because he's a fucking performer. This is why nobody wants to go against him in verses. In my opinion, and we talked about this before, episodes, but because he's such a great performer. Not only is he a great performer, he's a great rapper. Not only is he a great rapper, he has a great right hand man. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're putting what you like, and
no,
you think everyone you think 2022 kids think about music the same way you do.
No, because when that beat drop, look, let's go back to it. Come on now.
Okay. But here's the thing.
That beat alone, you know what I'm saying?
You recognize that beat. I recognize that beat.
Uh-huh.
Go look at James, 20-year-old James. Is he going to recognize that beat?
But no, once you see that crowd rocking, the ass is shaking.
No. Because the whole crowd is full of James. That's what I'm saying. The whole crowd is full of Jameses.
Okay.
But that's the only thing. Like if that's why if you put Busta Rhymes, you got to put him against someone of his era, DMX, Ja Rule. You can put them against those people because those are of the same era. That's where you can get a proper versus. That's why Dipset and the Lox, not really of the same era, kind of like slight overlap, but it's New York hood hip hop. So you had that crowd. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's like if you put Lox against Migos, like
yeah, but because the people are I like the Lox better, but the people. If you get a bunch of 20-year-olds in there, they're going to be familiar with the Migos, not the Lox. So they're going to pop for the Migos because they recognize the music.
Look, that's what I'm saying. They might pop for the Migos, but unless you're just straight stupid.
No, see?
No, hear me out. No, because once Lox touch that mic and get to rapping and flowing and you can understand what the fuck they're saying with a dope beat under it, Migos might jump for I'm here right now. It's like that new fucking what's some shit that's new, but ain't really all that good. Oh fuck, something quick. Fucking microwave dinner. I don't fucking know shit. I'm trying to think like something that's so easy to heat up and enjoy, but it ain't the same. It's a real thing.
I get it. I understand what you're saying, but you're not understand. What I'm trying to tell you is
no. I don't give a fuck what you're saying. I was joking.
What I'm trying to say is. What you consider good rap might not be what's popular right now. And if you get a crowd of people who are familiar with what's hot right now, they might not be want to sit there and hear, dope ass wordplay and slick rhymes and some Jada Kiss. That's all I'm saying. They're not their medulla oblongata ain't trained to listen to that. That's it. It's know your audience, right?
But it could be changed. What I'm saying is it could be changed.
And it should be changed. Good hip hop needs to come back. And I think it's slowly coming. Lyricism is coming back. It's not there yet.
No, hell no, it ain't there yet. But
with that being said, I like Drake. I think Drake actually that man can spit.
Oh no, Drake is definitely a phenomenal rapper. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying like nowadays, like, the type of hip hop we listen to isn't what's hot right now. And if you get a crowd full of the people that are listening to what's hot right now, they just might not be familiar. I remember listening to some interview and they were doing freestyles or something, whatever, and someone played like, I want to say it was like a Beat Nuts beat or like a Big Pun beat.
Mhm.
Whoever's supposed to freestyle was like a younger kid, and they were like, "Yo, man, like stop playing them old man beats. Play me something like new." And then the DJ and everyone else was just like that's Beat Nuts. That's DJ Premier. Like
Mhm.
that's the good shit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you just want to hear the same shit that sounds like everything that's out now.
Yeah.
So, all right, we don't want way off
Yeah,
topic.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where we was going. We just got into a whole
You
debate
can't.
about.
Dude, it's for those who don't know. If you want to talk to me about hip hop, I can keep going. Like, I'm maybe Asian on the surface, but I'm a brother at heart. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man. Oh shit. Okay.
When
Well,
I
yeah.
tell you, when I tell you I'm a black heart, you know I'm real.
Oh God.
You know I'm real.
Shit. He from the streets of Shaolin. He's part of the Wu-Tang Clan. Oh man.
All right, so yeah, so this girl, she goes in, she starts stealing other people's art,
Mm-hmm.
putting it off on, and this is where things start progressing each way, because like now the effects of these guys going into the alternate universes and taking things and making their present lives better is starting to have drastic consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Albeit, how did that one? Okay, so one dude died. How did he die again? He got shot.
I thought they shot him.
No, they
Oh
didn't.
no. He went with his friend because he wanted to go get the girl
He wanted to
that
go
he was
hit on.
that he was always afraid to talk to in his universe.
Yeah. So he wanted to go to a different universe,
Mm-hmm.
just to be able to talk to her
Mm-hmm.
without the consequences of what might happen, because she had a boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and this motherfucker got what he deserved.
The boyfriend came home and saw some things he didn't want to see.
Mm-hmm. First of all, if you're that boyfriend in that moment, you're not shooting the guy in the leg. That's all I'm saying.
His aim was fucked up. He's probably drunk.
He was drunk. Because remember, he opened the door and all the cans fell out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they came back and they tried to save him, and they couldn't save him. So he died in their universe.
But no, they could have saved it. The dude didn't want to call 911.
Yes. Why? Because
he had a whole different agenda.
All these people, and that's where that morality comes in. All these people have started making choices based off of their own greed and not the greater good of everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. It's fucked up, but I get it. But it's fucked up. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. But because that's the shit that's gonna happen. But they try to essentially go to one of the other universes
and recruit the guy.
Kidnap. They didn't just recruit. No, they didn't recruit him. They kidnapped him
and
just brought him in here and made him think he was in his normal universe.
Yeah.
That's fuck. Imagine waking up and that's got to be fucking like psychologically like mind blowing. Like all of a sudden you're just like, I didn't do that. Like those little inconsistencies. You ever just walked around your house one day and was like something ain't right?
Yeah.
There's a glitch in the matrix. Like what? Give me an example.
It wasn't even my house. It was my car when I had my Cadillac, and they stole my system out of it. It's like when I walked to my car and I looked at it, I just knew something wasn't right. I looked at it and I'm just like, something's off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Got in the car. Everything in the car looked fine, but my intuition was just like, something ain't right.
Yeah.
Started up, drove off everything else. And I went to open the middle console. I think I had a bottle of Jack in there. Who knows? But
you was like, as long as I leave my Jack alone.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But I opened it and I'm looking like, this doesn't look the way I remember it looking.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I still don't know what's going on. But I know something ain't right. So finally, I hit my system. You go to turn it up, and I don't hear no bass. Maybe I blew the fuse. Nah, something ain't right. Pull over real quick. Open the trunk. Empty. Heart hurt, you know what I'm saying? And what the fuck just happened? But I knew from the get-go, when I looked at the car, before I even did anything, something wasn't right.
Yeah.
And so, with that being said, in the movie, What he say? Like he was like, what he say? He went to a party and he didn't wear green hair. He had pink hair or some shit like that.
Yeah, he had like a different color hair, and he
Yeah.
in the picture it was green.
Mm.
He goes, I know for a fact it wasn't that color. Like
Yeah.
something's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What about you?
remember.
You ever had experience like that?
Hell yeah.
Mm.
I remember there's one time. I'm not going to go into too many details because I have personal feelings about it. But hold on, got an itchy ear.
The fuck's okay?
I remember me and my brothers and my sister-in-law and all that stuff. We went on a trip to New Hampshire,
Mm-hmm.
and then when we came back, then I went upstairs to my bedroom. I walked into my bedroom. I'm like, yo, something ain't right. I just started looking. I'm like, just something just feels off.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked around. I noticed my PlayStation was gone. My laptop was gone. And I ran downstairs. I told my brother, "Yo, I think our house got broken into. My shit's missing." So my brother ran upstairs, and sure enough, his Nintendo Wii and his Xbox were gone. We were just like, it was one thing. I literally walked in my room. I started walking. I was just the thing is, nothing was out of place. Just those things were gone.
Yeah.
I was sitting there going, like, something ain't right. Like I could feel it in the air.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy feeling when it's just that instinct or that intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, it's wild.
Yeah.
Mm.
But so then they kidnap the dude and bring him back, and and this just basically sets off the whole third act of this movie of them trying to figure out, like, where do they go from here? Like,
Yeah.
because you have one friend who felt guilty, very guilty about the death of his best friend, because they were him and the guy that died were really close.
Yeah.
More so than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So like he felt a certain way about it, and yeah, and now that it just becomes a tale of moral fiber, for lack of a better term. I don't know.
Mm. I guess, yeah, it all comes down to morals for sure.
Yeah.
Because
how much are you willing to compromise in order to gain whatever fame, fame or success, whatever you deem famous or success? Like, what are you willing to compromise for it?
Shit, some people won't compromise everything.
Yeah, I mean, you hear about it every day. People again turning their backs on their friends. Throwing people under the bus, letting someone get arrested in order to, put themselves in a better position. Oh, and it's for me, it's one of those things that just doesn't sit right. Like I said before, like I understand people making those decisions, but that shit don't sit right with me. And I will never respect anybody who will willingly throw their friends under the bus for their own personal gain. It's one thing if you're doing it to protect other people or to stand up for other people. For instance, you got a friend who did something to another friend, and you have to make that choice of, okay, do I stand by one friend or the other friend? Sometimes you got to make the choice of what's right. Be like, I know if I make this right choice, one of these other friends is going to be in real trouble. But
yeah,
like in that instance, it's like, okay, now it's my moral compass. Where does that lie?
Yeah. And I guess that's what the movie comes down to in a nutshell, because they started doing everything together, and one person got more greedy than the others. They all got greedy, but one person took it to a different level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean, essentially, out of everyone, like the artist girl was becoming, she's becoming self-famous, but more, personal. Like, okay, not like famous, but like, it was just her dream to be an artist, and now she was an artist.
Yeah. But then it started getting to her because she knew the details. That's why she's at the party drunk talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
imagine, because I mean, how hard is it? It's got to be fucking hard to revel in your success, knowing that this shit is false.
You cheated to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit it's got to weigh on you, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine sitting there just taking credit for other people's hard work and passing it off as my own hard work and success. No, that's why, I mean, I try to always pass off like whatever, because I collaborate with a lot of people on stuff. So I'm always, making sure I at least give credit to credit where credit's due. Because a lot of people work hard on shit. So I don't know. That's why I like this movie. Because it really raised a lot of questions about moral compass. And that's something that actually weighs heavy on me a lot.
Well, you got to live with yourself. You got to sleep with yourself, you know what I'm saying? No matter what. And one of the things that was told to me years ago that was so simple but so heavy was do whatever helps you sleep better at night.
Yeah.
And that small saying is so real. If whatever you're doing keeps you up at night, you ain't doing the right shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Now keep going.
Now, just say if you can go be a douchebag and sleep, then that's just who you are. Own it, deal with it, be it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. God damn it.
I heard that too.
Yeah, that's that Windows security popping up. I have a lot of respect for people who can be douchebags and people of low moral compasses, but own up to it, and they don't shy away from it. They're like, this is who I am. More like I have a lot of respect for those people, because it's hard to be someone who everybody thinks is an asshole and being like, yeah, I'm okay with it because of, whatever outcome outweighs everyone else's opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I get called ass all the time, and it's always done in a jokingly manner. And this is just my 2 cents. I ain't gonna say I'm right about it, but I think the fact that I own the fact that I'm an asshole makes people see the good in me more.
Yeah.
Because if they're just focused on one thing, when the other thing hits, they're just like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But if they know, Chris is an asshole, that's just who he is. But they see everything else, it's like, we know who he is, but we know what he can do.
You know what? You want to know why I appreciate your assholeness? It's because you're consistent.
So are you. Look, you don't know how many people hit me up on the side talking about, yo, your friend's a racist asshole. No. First they say you're racist. Now I'm like, no, he's not. He's just an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
go ahead. Then they say you're an asshole. Like, well, yeah, he's that too. But trust me, he's a person you want in your corner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's the thing. If I'm an asshole, if you think I'm an asshole, this might sound super conceited, but fuck it. If you think I'm an asshole, I say you better look inside you and ask yourself, what are you doing? Because in all honesty, like a lot of times when I'm an asshole, I'm just spouting what's going on. That's it. I tell people I'm honest. That's what I am. And if you think I'm an asshole, maybe it's because you don't want that honesty out. I don't know. If you don't want that honesty from me, cool. Just let me know you don't want honesty from me, and I won't give it to you. But I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Why? Because I think people deserve honesty.
Indeed. Like, man, shit.
Goddamn sign of respect.
Know that, you know what I'm saying? And you can move better. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, I've come to learn, some people really do want a beautiful lie. They don't want the ugly truth.
Yeah, because the ugly truth, it's easy. It's easy to live within the ugly truth because it's palatable. But people don't realize, like, you got a lot of fucking rows of yarn that you're trying to tie together in order to make it make sense. Where if you just live honestly, hey, you might have a little frayed thread here or there, but it's frayed because it's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Besides, I'm not racist. I'm observant. There's a difference.
look. I've said this on other episodes. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm gonna be the first to say it because I can. This motherfucker's a nigga too, for the record, and I'm gonna say it. This motherfucker's more nigga than me, and I'm gonna let that be known. I don't give a shit. All right, just because rock tins and wear baggy jeans and shit like that, this motherfucker will fuck your wife too, for the record.
I have to object to that one. That's the one thing I am not gonna do.
No, he ain't gonna do that. But he's definitely an asshole.
I wear Tim's. I'm not gonna do that. That's just not. I'm sorry. I'm not cut from that cloth.
Oh man. Oh man.
But no, like it's one of the. I don't know. It's I think it's got to do with consequences. For me, it's easy to deal with the consequence if I know I'm being honest. If I'm being honest to you about a situation and you punch me in the face, I can't be mad at it because that's what happened. I might not like that you punched me in the face, but that's what happened. I might have deserved it. You know? But if I'm lying about something and you punch me in the face and I get mad, like, why are you getting mad? You knew you was lying.
Yeah.
You know what actually happened. Like, stop.
You know what? I think that's.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to go into memory lane. Like, I think that's why I stand where I stand, like, at this day and age in my life, where it's like, look, I ain't got the energy to lie or sugarcoat shit, whatever. And it just comes with some backlash. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, oh, fuck it. I deserved it because I know what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's real easy. Like, consequences to me feel so much less threatening when you know they're based off truth.
Well, yeah. And like I said, it helps you sleep better at night. Like, if you know you did some shit and you know you did it for whatever the reason why you did it.
Yeah.
And then you get confronted with it. Like, man the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? This is one thing I've always said. Any girl ever cheated on, whatever the case may be, if I cheated on you, I ain't want to reach you in the first place. That's what it came down to. You know what I'm saying? It's just true because I'm tired of dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to deal with you no more. I just know how to let you.
Like the worst fucking example, man. I'm not getting with her in the first place if you know you're gonna cheat on her. Just be like, hey, this is a hookup.
No. I'm talking about after being together. Like, yeah, shit, I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to let me go, okay, shit, I ain't gonna make you let me go. Hold on as long as you feel like being stupid.
But you ever seen the movie Empire with John Leguizamo?
Yeah. He got shot and hit in the movie, right?
Yeah, at the end of the movie, he gets shot in the head after dealing with all his like drug dealing shit. Like he tries to make amends for his past and try to move on and be, proper. And at the end of the movie, he gets shot in the head. Sorry, spoiler, but the movie was fucking 25 years old. You ain't seen
but say yes, old as fuck.
But like that, in that sense, he can't be mad at the consequences of his life. Like he did all those decisions. Cheating on his girl with fucking what's her name, Denise Richards, Charlie Sheen's ex-wife.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. I remember the movie, but I don't remember the movie.
She was wife. Yeah, because he had his wife or his girl, and then she had that white friend, and like it's the same girl from fucking Undercover Brother. Okay, but yeah, like he does all this shit, the drug dealing shit, and then like. It catches up with him years later. In that instance, like it's almost like, all right, yeah, you gotta accept your fate because you knew you weren't gonna get away with it for that long. Yeah. Side note, it's got one of the most ridiculous scenes I've ever seen in a movie before.
What's that?
It's the shootout in Fat Joe's
in the bar,
whatever. Yeah. In there, and Fat Joe's just sitting on the couch
in the fucking lazy boy.
Yeah, he's shooting everything. Next thing you know, a shotgun comes flying over his head, and he just catches it and shoots. Yeah, I was like, man, if this isn't the most hood moment in a movie I've ever seen.
Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, at the end of the day, I think this movie is about moral compass and consequences.
That's what I was gonna say. Let's get back to the movie because we done went everywhere.
Yeah.
But I do agree. It all comes down to your moral compass. Yeah. Like, are you a team player? Are you a team captain? Or are you just on the team? If you put it in those perspective, because if you're a team player, you want the best for the team. Yeah. If you're a team captain, you want the best for the team, but you're the best for yourself too.
Oh no, because the team captain leads by example. Yeah. If you're an all-star, that might be. Are you a team player? Are you the captain, or are you an all-star? Okay. Because a team player is like a role player. He knows what he does. He doesn't step out the box. Hey man, I shoot threes. You put me in the last 3 minutes of this game, and I might not be making all the threes, but everybody's coming to me. That's gonna leave some people open. Yeah. Cool. Or you're a team captain. You can facilitate. All right, do this, do that, whatever. And then, you can delegate, dictate, and then you can bring the team to, to victory. Mm-hmm. You like the Harriet Tubman of the team. But then
Hey, you look up the stars like we should. I'm not gonna touch. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I could have said LeBron, but I said Harriet.
Oh God.
But then you got the All-Star. So the
Mhm.
All-Star is that person you want to have the ball in the last 2 minutes of the game. You know they're gonna when the crunch time comes, they're gonna step up and get that ball in there. But that same person might be about their stats. They're about to get their numbers. So they
Mhm.
might not necessarily play with the team because they're focused on themselves.
Mhm.
And that might be detrimental to the team,
Mhm.
depending on how that team's put together. I mean, I've seen a lot of it in watching sports.
Yeah.
You guys, a lot of people who have been all-stars for years in the NBA, but have no championships
No
because
rings.
yeah. So yeah, I think it's about figuring out what your eventual goal is in life.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah. What's your goal in life? Like, shit. What's your moral compass?
Yeah, moral compass.
Yeah. What do you live? What do you live by? What do you stand on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you all about self? Are you all about everybody else?
Are you, Chris Brown? Are you all about self? Are you all about everybody? Honestly, be honest.
Honest? You want me to be honest?
Because right now you live in the woods by yourself.
Look, you want me? Okay, you want me to be honest? Like here on camera?
Yeah, you be honest. I will take a shot and I will be honest too. Oh shit! God damn. For those who are listening,
It's gonna be the real part of me.
for those who are listening, Chris just took, half a highball to the head.
You want the real answer?
I want complete honesty. Complete honesty.
I tried.
And again, no judgments. There's no judgments.
No, I'm talking to you. Fuck the podcast. We having a conversation.
Yep.
I am trying to learn how to be all about self. And I'm 37 years old and I still haven't figured it out. The only way I know how to be all about self is to be a complete asshole to everybody. And when I'm a complete asshole, I lose out.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, I don't know how to be about self. I got 12 brothers and sisters. Even though I only grew up with 7 of them, I got 12 of them. I'm the oldest male. I don't know how to sit back and watch you die unless I want to sit back and watch you die. No matter how much I want to sit back and watch you die,
yeah,
you have to go to a different place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to be selfish. I don't know how to. I'm the type of person that if I'm walking around in some basketball shorts in a t-shirt in my Timbs, and I see you sitting there with nothing, I'm gonna take off what I got and give it to you. I'll be the naked one because I know how to go get clothes again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you deserve to be where you're sitting, if I didn't put you there, you don't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
Which I know is fucked up to say. If I didn't put you there, then you don't deserve to be there. You deserve a chance like everybody else does. So, yeah, I try to be all about self. I'm really, really trying to be selfish as hell, but I don't know how to be. I don't know how to be.
I got you. I feel that. That's actually that's kind of exactly how I would describe you. Darker, but yeah.
Oh man.
All right. So as far as me,
Yeah. Oh, my opinion, you're not all about self, but I'm gonna let you. This is your moment of truth. Are you all about self?
100% honest, talking to you, Chris, no one else.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I am the team captain. I feel like I am the team captain. I am always looking out, compromising, and doing what's right for the team, doing what's needed so that this team can get to that championship. What I'm just learning now, and what I need to realize is I have the ability to be an all-star, but I prefer to be a team captain. Where my fault comes is I didn't realize that I was on a team of wannabe all-stars. So in helping, I've realized that I was just surrounded by a lot of people who had dreams of being the all-star, being that person that attained monumental success and all these different things. And I was willing to help out each and every person in my life to help them get to that point, to my detriment. And like, I just had to realize, like, hey, like, you're on a team of people who aren't playing by the rules. So, it's okay to, you're not wrong for then going and saying, I got to think about myself now. So, because like, if you're not going to do it, no one else is. No, everyone else is thinking about themselves. And you know what? Kudos to them. They should all think about themselves. They should all want to do what's best for them. But you need to learn that, because right now you're fucking drowning, trying to help everyone else in your life out. And you're sitting there wondering why no one else is turning back and, reaching down to help you up that 10-foot wall, But the thing that I know is I have the ability to run up that wall and grab the top. I just need to be like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to, when I get to that wall, I'm going to do that versus waiting to give that boost to everyone else before I do it. So, and that's it. Like, the thing is, again, with me and you, we don't have an issue turning around and giving that boost. It's just recognizing that the people we're giving this boost to aren't the ones reaching back and pulling us up so we can all finish together. They're the ones that are going to take that boost, go to the top, and keep going so that they can get the best time as possible for them. And the thing is, and again, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I understand that mentality. It's just that's not how I think. And sometimes I feel like I have to learn how to think like that, and it's very hard for me too. Just like it is for you.
It's extremely hard, because when your nature and your character is to be a giver, like you just want to see people succeed, you want to see people be successful, and that's my issue. Like, I know what I'm capable of doing, and when I run into people that have the potential to do it but never had the opportunity, it's like, yo, you can do this, and I can help you do it. You know what I'm saying? And I've always asked the same thing of everybody I've ever helped: just don't forget about me if I ever need you.
Yeah.
And you know what happens? They always forget about me when I need them.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets fucked up.
You know what the crazy thing is the reason why they forget about you is not because they don't care. It's because they know you got it. That's what sucks. They know you got the strength to handle it on your own. And I understand that. I have the strength to handle it on my own. You have the strength to handle it on your own. The problem is, sometimes you don't always want to have to handle it on your own, especially when you've helped everyone else out.
You don't. And that is, whether they know it or not, if they know you got the strength, okay, you got the strength too, but you didn't have the strength when I met you.
Yeah.
It's technically speaking, I gave you the strength, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because you didn't have it.
Yeah, it's I can carry 50 pails of water up this mountain. I know I can. That doesn't mean I want to. That doesn't mean, I should have to, especially when, I built this well for all of us. Come on, help me get this fucking water up there instead of just standing up there and waiting to get the water.
Look, man, when we were whitewater rafting, there were so many things that hit my brain going down that river. And I go back to it all the time when it comes to me and you. When that other boat had went down, and we went to go help out, you were point man because the guy put you in the front. You was in the front, and I was on your left hand side.
Yep.
And we had a big dude on that side, and you had one hand, and I said, Sarath, grab that side. I got this side, and we said all three lift them up. You never left point. You still gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But hey, reach back. Get this guy, trust me, and on three we got him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what happens. So it's like, when it comes to, I guess, situations like that, whatever, it's like, I said it before, like, no one want to be number two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can be the captain.
Yeah.
And I know what I can do. You know what I'm saying? You know what you can do.
Yeah.
But it's like, trust in your right hand man. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, listen, you can be Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
You can be the greatest 3-point shooter in the history of the NBA. But if Klay Thompson is on fire, feed that motherfucker the ball. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, your team is winning.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the easiest example of this. It's like, it's okay to want to watch the rest of your team win.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're surrounded by a team that wants you to win as well.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like I said, even with you being on point, don't leave point. You're the point man right now.
Yeah.
But you was like, hey, I'm a point man, but I still got one free hand. Okay, cool. Well, then put your hand there.
Yep.
And I'm going to use both my hands, you know what I'm saying?
And then we get that motherfucker. And then next thing you know, I'm still point. I look back. You're grabbing all these random ores that are on there. Everybody's safe because we all knew our positions. We played it well.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And we've said it before, you know, just knowing when to be number 2 and when to be number 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
the thing is that we live in a world where a lot of people want to be number 1. And the thing is, everybody should want to be number 1.
Indeed.
But when you're working as a team, you gotta know where your point is at that moment. Because number 1 isn't always going to be the same person every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got a different skill set, you know, and so a lot of people want to be that guy or that girl who's got all the skills. Okay, I get that, but you know, this thing, whatever we're doing right now, hey, this person is more versed at that. Maybe they just have a whole bunch of experience in that realm. Fucking follow their lead. Stop trying to be the person that wants to take over the whole situation. Listen to them. They might fucking learn something.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right. So that's Parallel on Amazon Prime. I know we didn't get into the end of the movie, but you know what? Go fucking watch the movie and see the end.
Yeah, watch it on your own, because obviously we went everywhere and everywhere. Yeah. And at the end of the day, like we said, even this is a podcast, we don't do it for podcasts. This is a conversation between two best friends.
Yeah,
you just trying to make sure we keep in touch with each other. Yeah,
y'all just happen to be listening on a conversation. So
pretty much,
if we make a joke that offends you,
suck it. I'm sorry.
Better myself. I couldn't have said it any better.
I'm sorry, not sorry. Shit. Suck my ass, all right?
Yeah. As always, it's Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarath, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Ford Delta.
And we out.